just some general basic music.
I forgot how loud rhythm can be.
Yeah, really fucking loud. Unfortunately, there's nothing to do about it but adjust his user volume.
There we go, 1%. Perfect.
I have it at about 10%. I'm just making sure Can someone talk so I can make sure the levels aren't too loud and
Ping pong, something something, words.
yeah, they should
Another.
be able to hear you guys over it.
I'm tired.
So, last time we left off, you guys had just finished looting a drow base.
Basically.
We were not losing. We were
Appropriating. Appropriated.
Yes, appropriated. That's the word.
Also, if
Appropriated
you
was also.
look in your lore folder, you should find a little bit of a story about King Bertrand.
Simon, did you link it to the lore folder?
Hmm?
Did
No,
you link Brandon?
this is we're player notes. Lore is in-game lore.
As in game lore. I'm really fucking tired.
It's on your Roll20 thing.
Oh yeah, it hasn't.
Yeah, so basically, there has been a king's alliance for thousands of years because every 1,000 years, the Undervarl gets close enough to our realm that monsters and things can cross over. And everyone goes down to fight it. And everyone has agreed not to attack each other while we're dealing with the existential threat against the entire world. And then Bertrand, he decided he wasn't going to abide by that, and he attacked his neighbor during the war, and ultimately led to the extinction of an entire race of elves, and yeah, his entire kingdom was destroyed because of it.
Okay, and Orifir doesn't like it. Ragnar, I can't. Why do I have a journal of Ragnar?
Everyone has a journal.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize. That makes
You
sense.
can put things in it. I can put things in it. It's just whatever. Anyway.
We can do what I do and put a fucking essay in there.
I'm good right now.
Yeah, so, I believe we were thinking about going back into town to let them know, hey, we found a drow hideout. Your dudes missed it. You suck.
No,
Yeah,
we will
exactly.
not tell them they suck. If
Yeah, we'll tell them that they swallow. Ew.
If you want to anger him even further, then by all means. But
We don't get along, so I'll wait outside.
I mean, I'm staying outside for sure. I'm the one who ran into him.
Simon's a bit scared of him.
Right. Ragnar, why don't you keep an eye on Dorian?
What? Yeah, sure. That never tends to go well. Yeah, why not? Why don't you... I'm assuming that I'm riding on the fucking carriage, since I'm the only one with a fucking riding skill.
You're the only one who can drive a land vehicle for some reason.
Yeah. I used to drift.
Used to drift carts all around.
Exactly. Anyway.
Did he do a drag car racing?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We don't talk about it though.
Alright, oh yeah, don't want to forget the table.
It's our most important companion. Simon's holding it for dear life, like, let go. We can sell this on.
Alright.
Or we can plan on it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you're going down the street. You see there's a...
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Use your imagination, Doc. Jesus. Just for the sake of expedience, you make your way to the guards, to the city guard headquarters, where you suspect the captain is, and you see that there's some designated cart parking areas, just off to the side.
Remember the part between the white lines.
You know me. I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, is that why we're over three places right now?
Hell yeah! We always break the time barrier.
And the post-it is now wonky because the wooden pane has gone right into it. Nice parking!
No problem.
Before I have to smooth over any further incidents, what is this man's name that you managed to annoy so?
I don't remember.
We didn't get his name.
We probably did,
course
but
you did.
I...
We didn't get his name.
Orifir just
Yeah.
kind of Orifir kind of shakes his head at his Captain Lance.
Something
Captain
like that.
Lance. I thought that was his
Yeah.
rank.
Well, Captain would be the rank part of his name.
That actually kind of makes sense, a lance captain.
Yeah. That's why I was really confused. When you said Lance. Lance is a weapon.
Yeah, that's actually quite true. Nice one, Simon.
He's not a Lance Captain. He's Captain Lance. It's very different.
That's
things.
why I was really
Do
confused.
not
with
make
that.
that mistake in front of him. He likely will get very annoyed with you.
It's why you are going there and not me.
Evidently.
I feel he would bash me into the ground if I stepped foot into that precinct or that guard quarters, wherever we are.
Orifir steps down from the cart and he kind of gives a look at Byako, who kind of nods.
Can you get me some food, please? I'm kind of hungry.
We'll,
I've been injured from all this fighting we've been doing.
we'll visit the inn after we have a word with the captain.
Ah, the inn. Beer. I can play a hearty tune. That's a hearty tune.
Alright, so Dozak and Orifir go in. I need to... Let's find someone who doesn't look like they're about to stab you.
Oh,
Yeah, never mind. He'll just have to do.
Brandon,
Yes.
this is the drow hideout thingy.
Every building was actually designed by the same architect, so they all have very similar interiors.
Yeah.
This,
Oh god, we're in the project? Oh my god.
no. This is
That
just
explains so much.
this is just the front
Be
office.
sure that
This you're not allowed beyond this area. They have a front office, a small sitting room, where the he has like a little place to get a little bit of refreshment, and then there's the captain's office, and then there's a corridor that leads on to more of the building, but you're not allowed through. So anyway, you go in through the front door, and sitting at a desk is a guardsman who just kind of looks at you. Is like, "What's your business here?"
we wish to
He asked a
speak to-
fucking question.
Yes,
not
and
there.
you just interrupted me, person who's not
We're
there.
not here.
Person who's not there.
God damn it, where
I know
was
there was
I?
just like a large silence. I was just like, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, I considered how to best...
What?
Slap him.
I will when I get back out to the cart, person who's not there.
No problem.
You
Can't
have
wait.
an argument in your head.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. We are here to report some ill findings to Captain Lance.
He's working on some kind of paperwork, and he kind of looks up at you, and he kind of eyes you. Let me do a roll for him.
Do you need a persuade from me?
No. This is just going to see what he notices about you. Oh. He notices your signet, and he believes you to be a reputable person. He's like,
Of course it does.
very well, my lord. And he walks over to the door and is like, Captain Lance, there's some gentlemen here to see you. And you kind of hear Captain Lance calling after back, I'm busy! And he's like, it seems rather important, sir. He's like, very well, send them in. And the guard captain kind of turns to you and is like, Captain Lance will see you now.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so you go in.
Oh, you're moving me. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Captain Lance is kind of busy at his desk looking over reports and things, and he kind of looks up and he's like, he looks at Orphan and is like, you again. And he kind of sets his paperwork down and he kind of leans back in his chair. All right, what's this about?
Shall I explain to the good captain?
Orifir has a charisma of 5.
I see. Very well then. can see that you're very busy, sir, so I shall keep this quite brief. We have found a nest of drow within the city and have merely come by to inform you of its location. The place has been cleared out, but there are still some items of interest that you should be aware of.
Drow, you say? We haven't had
Yes.
drow here for quite some time. Roll me a persuasion. Just real quick. Ooh.
Alright, where's my character sheet? Fuck, where is my character sheet? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm prepared!
I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I should probably...
I need to get mine up, honestly.
Fucking!
What did he get?
Critical. Critical persuasion.
Wow, and
Nice
he
one.
rolled very high on how willing he was to listen to hear you out, so he's going to take you very seriously.
Well, that's a first.
Yeah?
It's like, well, seeming someone of your high station is involved, I feel I can trust this information. I'll dispatch a guard unit immediately.
Does that nods and will say, and you can be rest assured that I will be keeping these rabble under check for you.
Orpheus kind of gives you a little. He's like, "What about the lake?"
Because that looks back at Orville, just like not quite sure what he's looking at him for.
Don't you remember anything about the drow disappearing by the lake? It might be an important thing to mention.
Oh, you are correct. Useful something. Yes, the drow have been apparently exploring or doing something around the lake nearby, and well, we were going to investigate what they were doing.
The lake, you say?
And I was
No one
yes,
goes near
I
the
wasn't
lake.
gonna. These drow have been, and they have been disappearing steadily every single time they go.
Oh, well, around here, people tend to avoid the lake because there are a lot of stories and rumors about it ever since the elven village disappeared. There's local legends say that it's cursed, so generally people avoid it as much as possible. If they're messing
Well-
with something at the lake, maybe there might be some truth to the rumors.
Perhaps so. We certainly did discover that they had recovered something of ancient elven make near the lake. And as I said, we are going to see what we can find out there. Perhaps put these rumors to bed even.
I'd urge you to be cautious there. Like I said, the rumors must exist for a reason. If the drow have been disappearing, whatever's there is probably not anything good. I'm not an expert on mystical things myself, but you might talk to the royal librarian.
That is a very good suggestion. Thank you.
A bit of a learned person. Anyway, I thank you for your assistance in this matter, although I must say I'm surprised to see someone of your station involved with an organization such as L.E.O, and he kind of narrows his eyes as he looks at Orifir.
There was need for me to travel a great distance, and the easiest way to do it was through her membership with that organization. It is merely convenient for me.
I see. Well, good sir, I'd hate to see anything happen to you, so I wouldn't recommend you maintain such associations. Then he kind of starts going back to his paperwork.
Yep. Duzak will give him will give him a short bow and gesture for Oracle to exit, and he'll follow him out if he does.
He kind of, the guard captain kind of nods at you as you depart. Oh, and he just as you're going out there, he says, "One more thing. Where are those other miscreants?"
The other miscreants, they are outside. I thought it prudent not to let them in here.
Keep an eye on them, especially that orange one.
I had thought he was trouble. Good eye there, sir.
Alright. So that was relatively productive and uneventful because you rolled extremely well in your persuasion. And he rolled extremely well
That
on
was impressive.
everything as well. So
See, you merely have to approach people of station appropriately, and they are quite receptive.
Maybe.
And probably approach them being of high enough stature and class.
That's true. Also, yeah.
Nobody's gonna look at the little urchin. Especially when the urchin's the one who ran into you at full speed.
or fears like this tedium is why I prefer to be away from people.
How was it?
So, and got anything?
Quite pleasant. Well, we certainly... Go ahead, Oracle.
Apparently, the guard captain's more amenable today. I guess he had a good night's sleep and probably had his coffee this morning.
Excellent. His wife must have given him a good night. Oh, yeah.
Must you say that with the dot?
Well, he's a paladin, so he may not in fact have a wife.
Oh, what a shame.
Might be chased.
No wonder he's grumpy.
Any leads from him? Any information we can go on from?
Well, he did mention that people tend to avoid the lake. Something
We've
about
had
it
that
being
before.
cursed.
That's
he
new.
suggests we talk to the royal librarian to find out more.
How about we start making our way there then? Do we know the way? Because
The library?
I don't want to drive into, like, a dead end. You know how much of a pain it is to tell a horse to turn around?
I don't. I've never rode in a cart before. With you guys.
It's...
Well,
I don't
I always
even want to
walked
go
when we were
there.
in the monastery.
I
we,
don't even want to go there.
We want to go straight to the library, or do we want to stop by the tavern first and, maybe possibly
Let's
ask them
get
where
to
the
the-
library is?
Let's get to the tavern. We can probably make some more money there, maybe.
You can stay at the tavern when we get there. I will merely have something to drink and then check the library.
If that's what you want, then sure thing.
So, because you guys are on separate layers, the cart's gonna move without you.
Whee!
You know, you can select multiple things at once, right?
I know,
Unless
but
they're on different layers.
it's on a different layer.
Yeah.
See, that's on the map layer. You guys are on the token layer.
Yeah.
So I can transport all of these guys together, but not the cart. Alright. Food and drink then?
Get some get some drinks, get some food in us.
Is old friend Thingy in here?
No, because it's the middle
Triple
of the
D.
day.
Dibs Dobson ain't in here. Bollocks.
Triple D.
Yeah.
Great.
He was a lovely guy.
Yeah, it really was.
There's
Give
kind
me
of
2 gold.
There's kind of one drunkard at the bar and a kind of a lady sitting there. There's only the one barman on duty.
Alright.
Like a 1 to 10 on that lady.
What?
Like, range, is she hot or
1 to
not?
10.
Is she hot or not?
Is she hot or not? That's the important bit.
She's the daytime barmaid. What do you think?
So, yeah?
Reasonable.
That sounds like more like a 3 to 4 then.
Yeah, you bring the more impressive people in the evening.
Hey, look, you take what you want. Can I go up to her and try and charm her?
You wouldn't you?
You can
I'm a
try.
bard, I have
He
to.
is a bard.
Have some standards.
What do you want me to roll?
Charisma.
That makes sense. Critical fail.
Alright, let's see how she rolls.
Damn.
Though try as you might, she's like, sorry, I prefer taller men.
Yeah, understandable. Hold on, can I enlarge myself then? You're like, well, do you want to see this trick I can do?
Oh,
And no, it doesn't involve my penis, unfortunately.
She's like, sorry,
All
sir,
dimensions.
I've got things to tend to. Got to get ready for the evening.
No, no problem, man. Thank you anyway.
All right, so what are we gonna do here? Sit down.
Yeah.
first things first, we should divide at least the.
Why are we bringing the table
Why?
inside of the bar? I would have
We're
left
not
that.
bringing the table. Leave it on the cart.
Yeah, it would stay on the card. I'm not taking it with me.
No, I'm not touching that table.
Dorian's brought the table with him.
I wouldn't bring the table.
Are you serious?
It doesn't make sense.
Dorian, stop!
I wouldn't do that. I'm an imbecile, but I'm not that much of an idiot.
I mean,
I'm not strong enough to be lugging around a table with me everywhere.
It's like an end table, Simon.
you've asked me to bring it in, and I've just been like, why not? The
My
reason you're
strength
still
is
around is 'cause
negative 3.
Look,
You
I am not
look,
strong
okay,
enough.
the table is an important and critical part of the party now.
It better be.
And it stays on the card. It's on the fender of the card.
Yeah, it's the defender of the faith,
Fine.
which is the cart.
Table's on the card.
Okay.
Speaking of, is there actually somewhere proper to put the cart when you come into
No,
the
we've just
tavern?
left it outside on the curb. We have a deal with
Oh,
the
God.
guard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a guard here who now and then seems to come around. He seems pretty nice.
Yeah, he's a pretty chill dude.
He's one of the more reasonable guards.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had a pretty good chat with him. Offered him some money, but you know, he didn't want any.
As you sit there, a wench comes over and is like, "All right, gents, what can I get for you?"
Can I get? Have you got any dwarven ale? I'm kind of feeling dirty today.
Oh, I'm afraid we're fresh out. Our last shipment was about 3 weeks ago, and Mr. Dibbs was in last night. Don't you know? No, he goes right through it. He does.
That's true. How is Mr. Dibbs? Do you know? Did he have a nice night last night? Did he enjoy the music?
He seemed to be in good spirits last night, so yes.
That's very good. Yeah.
At least that's what Jenny tells me, but you can never tell with that lying bitch, eh?
No. Nothing of what you speak of.
Fucking Jenny.
Uzak does not even smile.
Can Dragonborn
right.
smile?
Okay.
I'm just.
Can we get?
And
Okay.
Doran's
Is
just
anyone,
really confused. Like,
is anyone else hungry? Does anyone else want some meat or anything?
I could do with food.
Do you got any steak or anything?
Well, you know,
Beef?
we tend to save most of the food for the night. Most of what we have today is we have a stew that gets made from whatever's left over from the previous evening. You know,
What's your thoughts on the stew?
Oh, I like it well enough, sir.
What do you guys say? Stew?
It is too early for me to be having a meal.
I've had plenty of sugar already. I think I can put off a meal for the evening. Until the evening, even.
No, that's
Besides,
up to you, my friend.
Spider in my mouth.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Why would you have spider in your mouth?
Stew
Can we get
sounds
our
good.
dragony friend your finest wine? Because I feel like he won't have any beer.
Uzak glares at you a bit and says, "That depends. Is it the one with the highest alcohol content?"
Obviously.
Wines generally do have high alcohol content.
This is true.
It's from the way it is brewed. Wouldn't know a thing
Oh
about.
well, our finest wine, doesn't get ordered very often. It's probably been down in the cellar for 15 years.
Might
Oh,
be
that should be well aged then.
Be getting some of that. I don't know. Yeah, get me some sort of ale. I don't really mind. You hyper guy, what do you want?
Do you have any vegan ale?
What?
Well, I mean, she kind of
Just want to make certain.
Well, I suppose so. There's the mead. I guess they don't use the isinglass for that.
Yeah, that would work. Though meat's made out of honey, isn't it?
Indeed, it is.
That's an animal product, so I can't really
She kind
have
of looks
that.
at you. Are you sure you're old enough for mead?
Believe me, he's older than he looks. He doesn't act like it, but he is.
I'll have to take your word for it, sir.
Fine, I'll
Don't
have
blame
some.
you.
I'll just have some juice then. If you don't trust my age, I'll just have some juice.
All right, sweetie,
Yes.
that'll do then. She kind of gives a little wink at Simon. It's like, oh my god, the first person did not hate him.
He's just
What a
really
rare,
good. He's
what a
getting juice.
rarity.
He's just, Dorian doesn't like alcohol, so hey,
Anyway,
she's good.
she takes your order. She goes over after a few minutes go by, and she comes back with your thing. She has a flagon of ale for Ragnar. She gives a wine and she has a glass of wine, and she actually brings the bottle out with her in case Dozak would care for any more. Orfeer has the
Very good.
stew. And she brings out a nice juice and a what could it kind of like a small like a croissant for Dorian.
Ah, thank you very much. Thank you. I just have a question.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking after it was to go to the library. Whereabouts is that? We're new to the town. We literally came last night.
Oh, I understand. Oh, don't you worry. We get you adventure types here all the time.
You do?
Shush you.
Oh, sorry.
She's a waitress basically. You know, she has to say that kind of thing. Yeah, you'll just want to head up towards. If you follow the road up, towards the keep nestled up into the hills there. Big giant gates, can't miss it. You'll have to go through there and enter into the noble area. You'll want to be getting permission from the city guard for that. They don't allow the peasant type, any old peasant, to just walk through there.
Do you think we're peasants?
The rest of you?
That's not for me to
Certainly, yes.
decide, so that's for the gods.
Guess so.
Anyway, and it'll be in there. I can't really tell you much from there because I've never seen it myself. I just know it's in that area.
So in the noble the higher district, right? Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, we go there.
And she also comes out and she has a bowl of milk which she leaves for Byako.
Does Byako accept it?
Who kind of gives her a little purr. By little purr, I mean a kind of the
Growl, really.
the kind of purr you expect from a tiger.
What a...
Anyway, so you've had a short rest. Could anyone who's injured, looks like a couple of us are, give me a D4. Oof.
Rolling hit dice, I guess.
No, normally I would, but no, because you've only been here for a few minutes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's 10-15 minutes for... No, it's up to half an hour for a short rest.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You haven't quite had that time. It's kind of just a quick meal break.
So how much have we got then?
So, Orifir and Byako both get 1, and Dozak gets 2.
Whoops. That wasn't meant to be that. Sorry.
Why does that get 2 hit points?
Because he rolled better. Oh, Simon
Oh.
would have up to
Because
4.
I'm playing better.
No, I
than
don't.
you.
I pressed it by accident. I was trying
I
to
even
into
roll?
my hit
Oh,
dice,
I
but I
see.
didn't have to.
This is just me being nice to you, basically. 'Cause
I
you-
didn't
you've
roll.
You've not had a rest.
Hold on.
I'm letting you get a little bit of hit point back.
Plus, I don't need hit points. I actually didn't take damage.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, congratulations. If you took damage, you get 4 of it back.
Awesome.
You've had a lovely little pit stop here in the tavern.
I'm a dwarf, so of course I get it back.
Is it
From
enough-
drinking ale.
Would you say it's enough of a rest that I get at least one use of wild shape back?
No, I'm afraid not.
Alright.
You have to have a bit more of a proper rest for that.
I mean, we can stay sitting here for as long as we like. We go all the evening.
That's true.
Mm.
That is
Could
true.
we just make it into a short rest? As we discuss our plans forward.
Aye.
That's a good idea, and this wine is a lot better than I anticipated.
I was expecting this to be really watery. It's actually not. You must have an orchard somewhere.
Well, okay. So you guys want to take a short rest? Fine, you can have a short
Yeah.
rest.
Yep, we'll be here for half an hour. Peace.
we're just having a chat.
You can
Yeah.
recover a hit die, and you can consider the hit points you just got as a bonus for having
Oh,
a
that's
lovely
kind of you.
encounter.
So, our plans for today, well, plans coming forward is we'll go to the library and find as much as we can, right?
Yeah, sure.
That's probably the best idea.
I suggest if we are going to the lake,
What the fuck was that?
That was my hit die.
that sounded like a cat.
Damn, how the hell?
Jesus Christ. Well, you fully heal.
Yeah.
I got 4.
Or
Just
if
click
you-
on the dice on your
It's
page.
I
5,
just
so
rolled
it
a
goes
D8.
to 28.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me
'Cause
read
that
what my
plus
hit die. I did not know this was a thing. Where do I roll it? Where do I do it, Simon?
Center column, hit dice on the left.
Got it.
And I just need to clarify something. But
Yeah.
when you take a short rest, you recover some
Yeah,
spell
you
slots?
you recover your spell slots and stuff.
Okay, fantastic. I needed
Oh.
them back.
Right. I just thought, was it only someone
And
on
any
a short rest?
any ability that regenerates from a short rest. Because some abilities do specify a long rest.
Yeah, a lot of them do long rest. It's hit dice.
So do I get 4 HP, Brandon? Because my hit die said 4.
You don't get a bonus hit die. No.
I don't know them.
If you're not injured, no. If you
No,
are injured, then sure.
I don't. Not getting told the rules.
So you have up to 3 hit dice.
Yeah.
You can roll your hit dice in the short rest, and when you
Yeah.
do, you can add that much health back to your current hit points.
Okay.
And you have up to that many hit dice that it says on your page.
Uh-huh.
And you can roll,
Yaku doesn't have a hit
and then
die, so
after
it's
a long-
the same as mine.
and after a long rest, you recover all your hit dice.
Okay. No problem then.
Oh well, fucking Byako is just happy as a fucking clam, apparently.
Just the milk is really good, man.
Mm,
Spells, though? I thought spells was only a long rest.
Was it?
It's abilities. Abilities do short rest, depending on what the ability says, but spells is a longer rest, I'm pretty certain.
Let
I
me
read
double check.
I had read that you get some spell slots back on a short rest, like, what was it? Like, just a
1
small
hour.
number of them, I think.
no, hold on, Derby.
Reading, attending to wounds, character can spend 1 hit die, blah blah blah.
Oh, it's some classes do
Regains
on a
some-
short rest. Some classes do. Wizards, druids, and warlocks recover spells on a short rest.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
okay. But
And sorcerers could get some spell slots each, because of they've got the separate set of rules, but
oh wow, so we're spending an entire short rest has to be at least an hour.
an hour. So we're just spending an hour here, we're just chatting.
Well, we need to divvy up what we found either way.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to do that in town?
So in our group, we got the 12 earrings, 8 cut gems, 30 gold, and then the 4 items.
No.
Well, let's look over these earrings and gems. See.
Hello. I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Have we decided what we're doing?
Well, I was gonna say after we go to the library, we'll probably want to figure out to go to the lake. But I suggest we do that tomorrow because I burned through all my spells.
I guess so. So library, then find a place to sleep.
Fine, I'll use another hit die, I think.
Does Leo have any sort of quarters in the town? Do you know?
There
yeah,
was the
remember
place that we went to.
Yeah,
remember?
Yeah, but can we stay there? Is the question.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, we can.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
our, it's
It
our,
just means you have.
it's our freaking hideout, isn't it?
Yeah, it just means you have to deal with the guy you really despise.
I'll just go to the tavern for a bit.
Alright, I only have one more hit die.
So
Don't
after
want to
this-
use it.
Yeah, we're not having any plans to do anything adventurously today.
This is true.
We're going to the library and then we're gonna go sleep.
Yeah.
Unless anyone else has any other plans.
What is the time?
It's like 2 in the afternoon, I'll say. Right?
I don't know. You know me.
No, it's about noon. Everyone's still kind of at work. No one's really even come around.
So plenty of time to spend
Okay, so
amongst the
or
books
if
in
you
the
go
library.
which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've
Right
only
then.
been to a library once and only had like 20 books.
That doesn't sound like much of a library.
Well, it was the best we had.
It would be a library to someone like him.
It was the best we could. It's the best we could do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the library in my village has thousands of tomes and scrolls.
Oh, I am certain, but it's
Ah,
really
now
hard
that's-
to get books up in the mountains.
We used stone tablets back in the Underdark.
That makes sense.
Mm.
It's not like you just go peel off paper from a fungus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there were a few weirdos.
People experiment. People do weird things.
Right, so shall we proceed to the library?
Let's go to
Of
the
course.
library.
I haven't actually built a library, so
Are we not going to evaluate those gems and earrings?
Oh, we're
oh,
going to look at the
You
gems.
can
Yeah.
divvy up stuff, yeah.
Yes.
We're doing-
it'd be
we're doing what, sorry?
prudent.
So we had 12 sets of earrings.
Oh right, yeah. I'll let you guys do that.
We have 8 cut gems, and the group inventory has 30 gold coin. So, I presume it's 3 sets of earrings for each person and 2 sets of 2 cut gems each, if we're doing it fairly.
Sounds reasonable.
That may not be entirely fair, since they may have different values.
That's for certain. So I suggest we do look through them and make sure.
Could we just go to a jeweler's in the town? See what they say.
Or we can just take them all together, sell them
And
off
then we split the
individually-ish, and split the profits.
Might that not arouse suspicion?
Hence why I say, when I say sell them off, I don't mean sell them all as 8 cut gems. I mean we sell them 1 or 2 at a time. And
Or
we
we
split
could
whatever
just
profit we
divide,
do.
or we could just divide the gold and wait to sell those other items. There's no pressing need right now.
Yeah, or we can just keep it as group inventory.
I think we should keep it as group inventory for now.
Yeah, put it in the group inventory.
We can worry
It's
about
like,
housekeeping stuff when we're not trying to investigate something.
Yeah, so we can just... These are funds we can reach into if we're doing something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
Hey, you'll get your cuts, don't worry.
And who knows, it might be helpful to have gems. Because I know they're sometimes used as spell ingredients.
Sometimes.
Yeah, true.
Some very good spells I've read in my book.
So, to the library then?
To the library.
To the library.
Indeed.
Honestly, I should have used this opportunity. Okay, so you get in your cart. No, barmaid, I don't want you to come with us.
Barmaid is really enthusiastic.
Oh, fucking tape. Torian, get out from under the table.
Just table stays there, okay?
All right, so we're just gonna reuse stuff because I don't know. Maybe I should keep this. You making your way downtown.
Walking fast. Faces past, and I'm homebound.
Jesus Christ.
Just the entire car turns into a piano. All of us are sitting there.
That would be something.
Simon, do you have any illusionary cards?
I do have a minor illusion. Not major illusion, minor illusion.
Minor
So it would be
illusion.
a very, very shit piano.
No, it's fine. We'll just make the sound.
All right, and eventually you make your way to where the noble district is.
Don't we have to get permission to enter the noble district?
You assume the fact that you're L.E.O. is permission enough.
Okay,
Well, we have a noble next to us.
that's for certain.
And the guard captain knows, right? That's good enough, right?
He knows of us.
Hey, Dragon Guy, what do you think? You're the most royal of us all.
I
It's a
should-
case.
I could
although-
certainly at least ask before we try to enter. That we're all permitted to go in.
I would agree with that, because,
No,
you know,
sure.
I don't want what happened last night to happen.
It'll be fine.
This cart, of course, does not exactly help.
Nope. It's a good car. It's sturdy. It hasn't broken down on us yet.
Sturdy, but it looks like it's owned by, well, isn't it?
I mean, it does still have the postal service written on the side of it.
Well, yeah, the old dwarf will be fine.
As you approach the gates, you see that there are several city guards posted by the entrance, and a kind of older gentleman. They signal for you to halt, and an older gentleman kind of approaches you. It's like he kind of approaches you, like, "Where do you lot think you're going?"
We're going to the library. We're part of L.E.O.
What did I say about letting me do the talking?
Yeah.
And exactly. Just like almost literally interpose himself so the guard can't see the rest of these jokers.
I'm busy playing cards on the table currently.
Oh god.
He kind of looks you over. He does notice your noble. He does notice your nobleness, we'll say.
And that will say, I am heading to the Royal Library to do some much needed research. Of course, there is the question of whether I am allowed to bring, well, I suppose you could call them servants.
Your retinue?
He kind of just peeks out from around your shoulder. It's like, you mentioned something about L.E.O.
Maybe.
Yes, we are members of L.E.O.
Right. Well, in accordance with the Treaty of the King's Alliance, we can't refuse you entry. I will say though, Captain of the City Watch, Mr. Captain Lance, his father was once part of L.E.O. and he died. He blames L.E.O.
Mm.
You can go.
I see.
We have to let you in, but we're not going to. I caution you, don't get up to any trouble.
We understand. We wish you good fortune.
All right. Well, get on with it then. He kind of
Or
he
it's
motions.
top-
He motions at the other guards, and you kind of see them kind of stand down a little.
Doran's
Rest
taking out
assured.
some of his notes and is just writing something down now.
Rest assured, I shall keep these others on the short leash.
He's like, see that you do, sir. See that you do. And yeah, you Oh, and if you're looking for the library, tall, pointy building, can't miss it. It's the only one with a spire.
Right, the spire. Cool, we'll go there then.
Yes, thank you, sir.
I almost forgot to give you the most critical part of this entire encounter.
Only building with a spire.
Alright, so you make your way to the library, and as you pass through the gate, it becomes very clear which one is the only building with a spire. It almost looks like a cathedral, almost. It's probably even all the architecture around you kind of changes instantly, right? You can tell this is an area of refinement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see people kind of walking by with in fine garments, kind of chatting away. They have their servants with them, and those
And I have my servants with me.
those that kind
We
of
make for terrible servants, I can tell you that now.
those
I
like stuff
know.
to feel more at
I
home. And
attest to that.
as you approach it, you can see that around the spire there's a kind of pathway that goes up to some sort of small landing that you imagine would allow you to have a good view out over the entire noble district. And then you can also see, kind of further up in the mountains, a long, winding roadway that leads up to even more imposing gates, which you can only imagine must be the castle where the King of Ravenhold sits.
Perhaps I shall visit there someday.
I mean,
Not today.
we're
Who's the
adventurers. We're
current
gonna
king?
eventually meet him. It's the
Who is-
rule of every single adventure. We'll eventually meet the king and then be butchered by him.
Who is the current king of Ravenhall?
It's
No.
Good question. Does anyone know?
I'm asking my dragony friend here.
Well, let's see if he knows. I mean, would that be
History?
History.
a check or something?
History. Alright, anyone else want to give it a go?
Definitely.
I mean, this should be.
Damn,
should be-
Simon!
Oh wow!
Is that +5 though?
Well, okay, so
I read a book.
I don't know much about these earthly kingdoms.
It's one of the 20 books in the library, which I had.
okay, so what you know is that the current king is Aberforth Swilling.
Fourth swelling.
Swilling.
Aberforth Swelling.
Type that out.
Yeah, not even I'm comfortable doing that.
Oh, swilling.
Yes, not
Yeah,
swilling.
like swilling.
Swilling.
I heard swelling.
Yeah, I
Like
thought the
swilling
spelling
a
would
drink,
be-
Sam.
Yeah.
Aberforth Swilling.
Swilling is an unusual name for it.
Well, you know, whatever floats his boaty.
Well, that has to do with the history of this kingdom in the first place.
Which I am not familiar with.
As
Well,
Humans are
Would
humans.
I know more about the royal family here? I mean, it's a very high roll.
okay, so you're a little bit familiar with the story, but basically, it has to do with Bertrand the Betrayer.
oh, their family.
Well, after him and his family were killed, and their kingdom was basically cursed, the people that lived there kind of roamed around for a while. They were basically unwelcomed everywhere they went. And eventually, a prominent leader arose among them, Ethan Swilling. A lowborn to be sure. And he led his people here to Valara, which is an island that basically no one wanted to be. He figured, hey, no one's going to bother us here. And he was right, and they established a kingdom here, and he eventually led them to a state of semi-prosperity.
That's an interesting story, Simon.
I know, these 20 books are just read the 20 most crucial books I've ever... For some reason, they all have the information I need.
Right then.
It's really good.
Do you know why Leo hired people like you?
No.
Like
why
who?
would
No,
anyone...
I'm talking to our Dracony friend.
Oh. Desperate
Yeah.
times.
For me, in my case, I am of course of high birth, and as such, they wouldn't refuse my suggestions I join their ranks. As for why I joined, it was so that I could travel the most easily.
That sounds like fun.
Well, being able to traverse any kingdom in the Alliance, which is basically everybody, is a pretty handy thing.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
So,
Are you mocking
are we
me?
just going to sit out in
No,
the car
sorry.
outside the library, or are we going to actually go in?
I will stay here. I'm not one
Cannot,
for...
we cannot just leave a cart in the middle of the
Don't
street.
worry. I'll ride around the
Yeah.
block.
Well, I mean, Byako's not going to go into a library. He doesn't like being indoors.
I don't like books, so I'll stay on the cart.
Oh, I can't wait to look at all these books. I bet there'll be more than 20 here.
I'll... Bianca can ride up front with me. Is that okay, Orf?
Do not call me that again.
He
He kind of gives a wordless signal to Byako, and Byako kind of jumps up at the front.
How you doing, buddy?
He kind of growls.
That's a good boy.
Not an angry growl, just a regular tigery growl.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you've been
interesting.
upside down for.
Well, because you're gonna go into the entrance, which is up here. As soon as I draw it.
Don't do that with tokens.
So, this library has a kind of an entry hallway, and then the rest of it goes on. It even goes on beyond the map, but we're not going to worry about that because everything you're going to need is going to be here. For reasons.
Convenient.
Very
We don't
convenient.
ask.
Yeah, don't ask, and I won't tell. Anyway, you go in to the hallway.
What's the etiquette? I've never been to anywhere that's worth any more than a few pennies. I don't know what the etiquette is like here.
Well,
Generally,
the
the
first-
etiquette of a library is don't be loud or obnoxious.
Perhaps you should stay outside then.
But books, I need to know.
Or if here looks at it, it would probably be more efficient to have 3 of us looking.
You're right. Though I know that it's going to come back on me if he causes trouble.
Only
Since I,
if
of
you...
course, am the one who has responsibility here. Or at least I have the bearing of someone who has responsibility.
Does anyone have any hand sanitizer or anything of the sort? My hands are a bit sticky still from all the sugar I've been eating.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but what the fuck is this music?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I just met Ed, but what the hell?
We've now entered the Eastern Arabian lands.
I was just like, the fuck's just happened?
Just over to the side of the library, there's a small band of minstrels from faraway land. Just kind
Anyway,
of entertain. Apparently today they're having a thing for young children. It's like a sort of mini fair.
I do push my way in and just look around. What's in this first world entry hall?
As you go into the entry hall, it's kind of a large atrium with a vaulted roof.
This is like the tallest room I've ever been in.
There are a few columns, some armor stands, all decorative. You know, you wouldn't want to wear that kind of armor.
Yeah, this is definitely the biggest room I've ever been in my life.
Can I help but think that this may have been a church or temple at some point?
It definitely looks it.
Well, in a way, is a library not a temple to knowledge?
That's
Depends
true.
how much you worship. Like worship knowledge, I suppose.
It is where you do house knowledge, though.
Well, they say
Same like your
knowledge is
house.
power. You can also see a couple of carvings and things, a lot of scholarly stuff.
Is there anyone else here in this first room?
As you're going in, you pass by some noble ladies who kind of give a funny look at the sight before them, but they kind of pass quietly. You get the sense that they're probably a little bit unsure of what manner of uncouth thing they've just come upon.
Yeah.
This fucking music, though.
It's really throwing me off.
Yeah, literally, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
It's a fair outside. Don't worry about it.
I mean, my mind just going to Age of Empires with this music.
Me
Oh,
too.
no.
It's just where my brain is at the moment, and I just can't get out of that.
There's a wargaming room in back.
So, let's go into the library proper.
As you pass in to the main library, you're greeted by a extremely large room. It looks like it must go back almost 300 meters. And you can see that it's almost kind of like an atrium where there's an upper level that kind of wraps around you. And you see a very large and ornate staircase that goes up either side to get to the upper levels, and you just see endless stacks and stacks of books.
No, this is the largest room I've ever been in my life.
And kind of centered in the center of it, there's a...
There's
There's a kind of rounded desk where you see a couple of people with stacks of book around. You see them kind of sorting and organizing it and doing some cataloging work. And then to either side of them, you see several kind of desks that have these sort of dividers that give a small amount of privacy.
I think we should go to those people there and ask them how this room is catalogued. Actually, what books are we looking for?
Well, we are looking for certain topics rather than for specific books.
Probably
what
information
topics?
on the lake.
Information on the lake
And perhaps of the sea elves.
and of the CLs. Yeah.
There seems to be some relation of them to our investigation, so it does not hurt to brush up on that knowledge.
Also,
Do
anything
you want
that
to
might
know-
explain the disappearances, possibly.
That's about the lake, possibly.
Also the blackness in the forest.
Darkness in the forest.
I have a feeling that,
That sounds as a link on the lake in a way.
depending on the importance of that dagger we found, I have a
The
feeling
House of
that the
Finale.
sea elves. Yes, I have a feeling that may be related to them.
It's not impossible, I suppose.
So,
Or it could
priority
be
is.
fate trickery. Either way.
It is Fae. Faes are very tricksy creatures.
Indeed.
We want to find out more about this land, the land that we're in Valara overall, because
Probably
Again.
not a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea.
I know very little of this land. I know bits and pieces of what I've seen.
Then you, sir, you can certainly focus on that. I'm going to be much more on task about
It's more a case of I'm thinking long term as well, because we're going to be on this island for a while. I don't see Leo pulling us away from this land. Now we're here, so may as well get ahead of the track while I can.
Seems
Learn a bit of the
reasonable.
land, see what other places are, see and read about that. Of course, no, the information priority is lake and sea elves. That's the priority. 100% agree. But if I find a book on Valara, it's a little added bonus.
All right, so are we gonna go talk to the librarians, or what are we doing?
Yes, let's talk to the librarians and see
Yes.
how this place is catalogued.
All right. You make your way up. I don't think they even have a librarian in my list here.
Scholar. That's what we're probably looking for.
Sadly, not. No.
They don't have scholars?
What a
Just throw-
sucky thing.
Wow.
Just throw a wizard if you can't find anything else.
Yeah, wizard
That's
will work.
probably.
Oh, look, there's some Arabian fighters. That would have been appropriate. Here, we'll just go with we'll just go with this old lord guy. Was that a cat? Okay, you go up and there's a little old man sitting at the desk, kind of muttering to himself as he's looking through some things and checking out this book in front of him.
I'm hanging back because, you know, we're in the noble district.
Mm.
Probably wouldn't talk to a peasant like me.
Does that?
No, it's
Alright.
accepted.
It's clearly he's got to be the one to address the guy, so he's going to
Yes.
step up.
All right.
Excuse me.
And so
Yeah,
he kind of he goes, he kind of looks up his, and you see he's a little bit taken aback because, you know, dragonborn aren't a thing he sees very often. He's like, can I help you?
Yes, I am looking for books pertaining to these certain topics. Would you be able to help? And I'll tell him the, you know.
Lake, sea elves, and Valara.
Well, we do have several sections of the library. If you're looking for the history, there's a historical section over in J3. If you're looking for information on the elves, that'll be more. That's sort of the sort of prehistory. That'll be over in Z347 on the upper levels. And if you're looking for folklore pertaining to the mists in the forest, that'll be under F9.
And the lake?
That's the folklore bit. No one really goes to the lake. We've avoided it for quite some time. A lot of nasty rumors there, you know.
Ah, yes, it is those rumours we're looking into. Well, I shall leave you to your work, sir. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, outside. Doodle-oo-doo-doo.
Tom!
What for
Hello. How you doing, Wolfie boy?
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
I'm afraid there's a children's fair going on around just down the street. I'm
Aye.
afraid we can't let you have this cart here today. We've got to keep the road clear. I'm sorry if you didn't get the word.
Is there any way? Look, I'm just waiting for my friends. They're getting some butter. Can I just stay here for a little bit? I'm not going to be too long. And if anything, I'll just play a song for the kids if they run past.
You play a song, you say?
Yeah, I am a bard. It might be heavy metal, but you know, kids can get into it nowadays.
I don't know about that. Says people around here are a bit, well-to-do. They have very specific kinds of tastes.
What do you think? Do you like these people?
Look, so I'm just a god. I have a job to do, and I do it.
Well, I think that's a really great thing you do.
But part of that job is making sure that this cart isn't here.
Okay, can I just like go around the block a bit?
Look, I just appreciate if you take your cart round back to the library.
Yeah, that's fine. Come on, back. Let's go back to the library.
All right. So as Tom makes his way around the back of the library, he notices that there appears to be as he's just coming around, he sees a hooded figure leap from the roof of the library onto an adjoining building.
Oh no. Bacco, sniff!
Viaco just kind of looks at you.
Oh yeah, you're a cat, you don't do
With
much.
what can only be described as an eye roll.
Yeah, cats don't do that. Right, okay. Guess I better go after him.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
Alright. So, roll me an insight.
Okay. An insight. Where is it? There it is. I have no idea how that went. Not too bad.
Not bad at all. Okay, so the building you're about to go into, you realize appears like it might actually be an armory.
Are there any guards about?
Not on the outside where you are, but you have a deep suspicion that there might be some on the inside.
Let's not go into there. Is there anywhere around the...
Well, you do spot you do spot a something a column you believe you could climb up and make your way onto the roof.
Stupid little dwarf. Right.
You might be a stubby little dwarf, but stone is the thing you can appreciate.
It's true. Right, yeah, I'll go up that, see what I can see.
Roll me an athletics.
That's no good.
Nice. Wouldn't expect anything more.
No, neither would I.
He's a bird. He's not. It's not a acrobat.
I was like,
Oh my god. Well, you you start to climb up the column. But just as you do, as you're getting about halfway up, you pass by a window, and you look over, and you make eye contact with a guard.
oh. Hello.
Who just happens to be passing by the window.
Lovely day for it.
And he's like, "You, stop right there!"
Oh.
And he, you get startled a little bit, and you slip.
Oh, the joys.
Roll me 2d4.
2d4, okay.
You lose 7 hit points from the fall.
Motherfucker!
It's quite the fall.
Yeah. I feel like my character will die by the end of this adventure.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And
I have
anyway,
a video link for this.
roll me a Constitution check as well, please.
Why do I need to roll Constitution?
Just trust me.
I don't. But okay.
Fuck.
Of course I'm going to do awful.
You fall so hard that you actually lose conscious, and the guards carry you away.
That's fine.
Is
I don't expect to be alive. I might
I need
just...
something, and you should probably watch it.
I might just commit suicide.
We've just we've left our elven our bard friend with a cart. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna look around. The cart's gonna disappeared.
It's gonna be,
We're gonna
dude,
walk
where's my
around.
cart?
Oh, there's the where's our elf? Where's our dwarf friend?
Oh dear.
I don't know why we expect anything different.
Back in the library. So, who's going to what section?
Um,
Well, the folklore I'm definitely more interested in.
you go to the folklore.
Right.
Not to be elvish, but I believe it will be best if words brain. Come on.
It's not your strong suit.
No, it really isn't at the moment. It'll be best if I go towards the history and you go towards the elven area. So, because
Okay. That seems
yeah,
good.
or if you can go to the elven area.
So, Orphere's looking up the elves. What we know about the elves.
Mm-hmm.
Dozak is learning about folklore.
Mm-hmm.
And that leaves you learning about the history of Valara.
Yep.
So I'm the one who picked wisely and got the interesting tales.
You get the interesting tales. I just get the history of Valara for dummies.
All right, everyone, roll me an investigation. Okay.
What the fuck?
Critical
Stop it.
investigation.
I don't want to be the main character. Can I take 4 off of that so that you can continue to be the main character?
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want that kind of attention.
I'm sorry. RNGesus has spoken.
Fuck.
That is true. RNGesus has spoken.
Okay, so as an angel knocks down the exact book I need.
So Dozak goes goes down into the stacks, and he spots this one particular book. It almost seems to radiate an inviting sense towards him.
Giggity.
And
Well,
as he approaches, he picks it up and he opens it, and it happens to fall right on a page that describes the exact details he's looking for. And
he is going to take a moment to just look at the book suspiciously, thinking about what the chances are of accidentally picking up a cursed book, but he'll just shrug and keep.
Apparently 5%. TNT says.
Well, no, that'd be a 1. I've got the other 5%.
Anyway, what you learn is that the elves who lived here enjoyed a good relationship with the Fae of the island, because the druid who had led the elves here in the first place became so close with nature that he was elevated to the level of becoming an ancient. And so he became known as Himra, Ancient of the Lake. And when they disappeared, the local Fae, they kind of felt like they lost their link to the mortals. And when the humans moved in, they didn't respect them the way that they should. And so the Fae have a tendency to intimidate and annoy humans at the point of driving them out of the wood, essentially, because they don't live in harmony. And one of the things they do is they tend to make them wander around in circles and do things that get them lost, and they kind of play with them, essentially.
But making people disappear entirely.
That's generally because that's generally not a thing that they do because they are Sealy Fae. As far as anyone is aware, the Unseelie haven't replaced them. You also learn that part of the reason why people have been drawn to Valara for centuries is that there seems to be some sort of enhancement to magic in general on the island. And it centers around something to do with what some people have referred to as a pillar. A world pillar.
Well, doesn't. I can't help but think that if that something called that, surely we'd be able to see it from outside the forest.
Well, you've rolled so well, I guess I have to tell you about world pillars. So, this is what you know about world pillars. It has to do with a very specific creation myth that goes along the lines of when the gods were creating the Valar, they forged a sort of concentrated magic energy, which they divided and spread out to pin the Valar. And the world pillars are these kind of linchpins. And some people believe that they are what creates the mystical field lines that allows people to create magic weaves in the first place.
Fascinating. By the way, Air, I hope you're typing all this down.
Yep, if you look in the notes, I'm doing just that. As much as I can remember.
Yeah, because my memory is like a leaky bucket.
But yeah, half of it was disappearing, so I was just typing. So I think I got it partially wrong, but it should be fine.
Orifir, who's investigating the elves, he rolled pretty fucking well as well.
Mm-hmm.
He had to search through a couple books before he found some of the things he was looking for. And what he learned is much like Dozak said. The elves settled here after just before the Great War started, because up until that point there was an elvish civil war going on, which resulted in the current governing body of the elven people. But they were kind of separatists. They didn't want to get involved in the internal turmoil, so they moved all the way out here into the middle of nowhere. Magic weaves. No, weave. W-E-A-V-E. Magic weaves.
Elven.
At least it didn't say like magic weevils or something.
So they kind of settled here peacefully, much like many druidic sects of elves. They were more interested in the natural world than necessarily the civilized world, and they built a village here on the lake. When the war broke out, they continued to remain in seclusion. And then the Shagwas, the Sahuagin, they after they broke through because of Bertrand the Betrayer.
It's a hard win, by the way.
Whatever.
What the fuck is that noise even?
I don't even know.
That's me trying not to laugh.
It sounds like a freaking cat wailing.
Anyway, they released a mystic plague that wiped out most of the sea elves, But because the lake is, of course, separated from the sea, it didn't manage to make it here to the island. And so they kind of became the last refuge of sea elves in general, even though they've become lake elves essentially. Which is why some scholars refer to them as aquatic elves, since they can live both in sea and in fresh water. But that's neither here nor there. Much like wood elf villages, their daily lives became centered around a druidic circle, which was headed by Himra, who eventually attained the status of ancient. And he was invited by the nature goddess into the Feywilds, where he basically got a level up, and he became a protector of the island. By this time, no one knows what happened to the dwarves who sailed here first. They just kind of disappeared, and no one, anytime anyone was sent to investigate, they also disappeared. So their kind of dwarven fortress up in the mountains has kind of remained hidden, or not hidden, but empty for
a mystery.
A very long time. And yeah, eventually the humans came here after wandering around for a while, led by Ethan. And when they got here, the sea elves were already gone. Everyone just assumed that the plague must have somehow made it to the lake, and the sea elves were destroyed. That's the theory, anyway. No one really knows because it's so far away from elven civilization. So, basically, the way to get here, there's the main continent. The western side is the realm of the elves. There's a large mountain range, which is inhabited by dwarves. And the eastern side is mostly dwarf, but there are also the human realms there as well. And the elves were actually pretty angry that the people of Bertrand the Betrayer settled on an island which was the last refuge of the sea elves. But because it's so far away and the dwarves didn't want to get involved in the Elvish Civil War, nothing ever came of it, and Ravenhold was established.
So Ravenhold is the first major city of this island.
Well, unless you count the sea elf village, yes.
Well, the first human major
Yes, the first
settlement.
major human settlement, yes. This island has a history of things disappearing. I mean, it's dwarves have tried to live here, elves have tried to live here, and humans are the only ones who haven't completely vanished yet.
Yet.
We're going to fix that, I'm sure.
I'm certain.
Dorian, he struggles to come up with anything. All he really learns is that the Swillings have been in power for a very long time. And even though they started kind of ignoble, they've become well enough respected that they were allowed to join the King's Alliance. Although it's a bit tenuous at times because, of course, they are the people of Bertrand the Betrayer. The Dracarys aren't pretty well received outside of this island. And that's it, really.
Dodie.
How long would you say it takes us to conduct our research? Well, except D, of course, because RNG's is dot degree.
You take 5 minutes.
You've been in the library for about an hour. Meanwhile, Ragnar.
Tom.
Ragnar gets slapped by a guard. And
Hello.
he wakes up and he finds himself handcuffed to a chair with two guards.
Well, I mean, I do prefer a lady, but, you know, whatever floats your boat, mate.
One of the guards smacks him with an axe head. Roll me a Constitution
Ow.
check.
Me and RNGesus are not friends.
Well, fortunately, you just barely got enough to not take damage from that. It's like, there's no times for jokes. What were you doing climbing on the armory like that?
I'm a member of L.E.O. I'm trying to go after some people who we are tasked with catching.
Let's see if they believe you.
Let's roll.
Or a persuasion?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, probably
Or-
persuasion.
See, the persuasion or deception?
Well, he's not lying. Oh, for fucking hell!
Okay, he's a bard.
Yeah.
He is a bard, remember,
He is a
guys.
bard.
So look, they're just trying to go after me. Just let me go.
So, what? Wow. Alright. So, supposing I believe you,
Yeah.
why didn't you ask for the help of any of the gods?
There was no guards around and they were getting away.
Fuck, I wasn't expecting you to roll that well.
Why would you not expect someone to roll?
He's a
well?
bard. His best thing is talking to people. You've got him sitting down
Also,
talking.
also performance. I have a +6
You,
on.
you say that. He's tried to flirt with the barmaids twice and failed miserably.
Well, you see, the look doesn't come out in the love.
It doesn't come out in love, it comes out in persuasion.
Yeah.
Clearly. And he's like, Right. Well, I suppose we do have to honor the alliance agreement. Next
Thank you.
time, though... God, I was expecting more to happen, but no, fucking...
I got ruined Brandon's day.
RNGesus is a tricky mistress.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
I don't get to see. You don't get to see you torched today. Okay.
No, that's
Next
gonna be
time,
fun though.
Alert the god.
Yes, sir. Now, please, can I go?
We got a lot of nobles around here, and they're very antsy people, and we have to answer to them. They don't much like small, dark people climbing around on their buildings.
Excuse me, sir.
Look, it ain't nice. It's just the truth of the matter, so.
I guess so. Can I go now?
Yeah, all right. And they
And
they-
can I have my stuff?
Yeah. You can pick your stuff up at the window.
Brilliant.
He managed to talk his way out of it fucking immediately.
I'm a bard.
He is.
I didn't expect myself to. I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna get that. Boom. 20 fucking 5.
Yeah, so you make your way back out into the cart. You do have a mild headache, but nothing too worse for wear.
But is Biaka there?
Biako has stayed with the cart.
Biaka, could you go get the others?
Biako doesn't take orders from you. Anyway,
Biaka, could you do me a favor and go get the others?
he also doesn't understand you. He's a cat. He
Go
doesn't.
find Orifir!
He doesn't speak common.
Where the hell is the cart?
Yeah, probably cards being brought to the back, remember?
Orifir lets out a whistle, and you can hear Biako roar in the distance.
Okay, they're coming.
That's an
Duzak is
interesting
actually going to wink when he hears that.
Biaku leaps up
Interesting.
and grabs the back of Ragnar's collar and drags him onto the cart.
Yeah, horsey!
I need to come back to this library again one day. Lots of books. Much more than the 20 that I read in the past.
Please explain where you had run off to.
A guard asked us to move. I moved, and then I saw some shadow figures jumping over an armory. I climbed up a building, got knocked out,
Wow,
and
I gotta be honest.
got my way out of prison.
I was expecting you to kind of downplay and be like, "Oh yeah, nothing eventful."
Oh well, I got a headache. Me
were they-
being deceptive ain't gonna.
Were they wearing were they wearing the same robes as what we saw before?
I don't know. It was sunny out.
What color were the robes?
I can't remember.
Not dark, not light, not just robes.
Uh,
You remember the robe, you just don't remember the color.
They weren't female. I know that.
Well, we've had more productive time, I believe.
Yeah. Right. Well, we're getting followed. I think they probably are drow.
I mean,
It is
That's
not impossible.
be interesting.
Well, since
But-
we were at their hideout, they must have been following us. I wouldn't put it past them. Drow are sneaky things.
Well, what do we want to do from here? We got a lot of information.
But a lot of information, I recommend we go back for a break. I need to get my spells back, and then we might make our way to the lake.
Hmm.
Sure. I hope you've learnt some good stuff.
We learned
Right
lots
then.
of good stuff.
All right, Orpheus goes right then to the red light district.
Yep.
And as he says that, there's some noble ladies walking by who kind of, you kind of get a kind of raised eyebrow and then a little bit of a scowl.
Ooh, do you think they'll be? Ooh, do you think they'll be nude?
Duzak is actually going to ask the what district?
There's a L.E.O hideout hidden in a more unseedy part of town.
Oh.
Of course, that's where it would be.
Oh.
Well, it's the last place anyone would look for it, isn't it?
Not me.
I beg to differ.
I would argue differently as well.
Oh, very well then.
What do you
You're
mean?
too people-minded,
a
my
nice,
friend.
a nice, respectful organization like L.E.O.
Hiring a bunch of ragtag adventurers like us.
Not all L.E.O members are ragtag like us. We're just the lower level. Met a bronze.
Wow.
I met a silver level member once. He's pretty well respected.
Shall we get moving?
Yes, let's.
Hmm.
Something else before you manage to get us into some other kind of adventure. He looks
What's that supposed
very
to mean?
pointedly at the bard.
Could
I need beer.
could I have everyone do me a favor and just roll a d20?
Just a straight D20.
Just a straight d20.
Oh.
2.
Why?
You're the main
Stop
character,
it.
that's why.
Oh fuck!
It has been decreed.
No, no. That means I'm going to be one the drow try to assassinate. Stop it!
It's between you and Orpheus.
Well, as we're heading through town, Orpheus and Dozak are able to maintain their focus. Tom,
Of course I wouldn't be able to maintain my focus in a red light district.
Tom gets distracted by a lot of pretty women,
And I'm just dealing cards again.
and Dorian gets distracted because he saw a peacock.
So many colors.
Come on, lad, we're meant to be looking at the women here.
But so many colors.
Jesus Christ.
Look at them. It's so bright. Oh, shut up.
God, you guys, unbelievable. Anyway, that's you make your way to the hideout, and yeah, Dorian and Tom now have a disadvantage on checks on insight investigation.
That's cool.
They're distracted by other things.
Not defo.
1 sec.
No.
As you get there, you are greeted by Leopard. Well, greeted may not be quite the correct term for what happens between him and Tom.
Ugh, you.
Duzak's expression changes from complete disdain as they're going in to
Copy it.
almost looking slightly happy when he notices Hey, there's someone here.
Sorry, what do I have disadvantage on?
Insight and investigation.
Insight investigation. They walk.
Oh fuck, that's not what I. No, I don't want an image. Why can I not hear anything? Rhythm.
Hello.
Rhythm, are you broken?
This is the rhythm of the night. The
Rhythm's not in
night.
here.
Oh yeah, yeah. With him left ages ago.
There we go. Leo is seated at a piano. As you walk in.
Sorry. I'm here now. Why do I have disadvantage? Sorry. What?
You got distracted.
Okay.
That's fine, Simon. Just don't worry.
And I was something was being pulled away, so I really couldn't see anything.
That's fine. You're just your mind is just totally focused on a peacock.
Okay.
This music is beautiful.
Leopard he's like, well, I'm glad you can appreciate something.
Oh,
Hey,
someone
look, I
outstanding.
appreciate music.
At long
Any of that
last.
dub shit from other dwarves is just awful.
But yeah, Leopard's like, so, how's the investigation? How is the investigation proceeding?
Far better now that these ruffians have a little bit more sophistication at their disposal.
Bertrand kind of regards you as like, I was wondering where the fourth member was.
Avoiding the rest of these people.
He kind of regards you as like, that won't get you very far. We do have to be team players here.
Well, it got me within a drow's hideout and a lot of good information.
Oh, the drow are involved. Nasty lot, those drow. You get a sense that Leopard has an especial hatred for drow.
Yes.
There's my notes on Leopard.
Still, may I have the pleasure of knowing your name?
Where? Oh, no, that's players.
Leopard Portia.
Yeah. Oh, he does. He has a model as well.
Ooh.
So you guys are here. You've brought the table inside.
For some reason.
Obviously, why wouldn't we?
Leopard's like, why do you have a table?
It's a very important part of our group. It protects our cards. For some
That
reason.
is very true.
Zach just puts a hand over his face.
Leopard just kind of sighs. I need to show this to. Oh, actually, he may already be in your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he should already be in your journal, Dozak.
Yeah.
Yep, I see him. Yes. Would I be familiar with this person at all? Would I have been informed about him?
No.
Well, in that case, Zach's question stands.
Oh, he's I am Leopard Portia. I am the caretaker of this safe house.
And if I remember correctly, you're the one who's helping run the
And I have the
team,
unenviable
taskmaster.
task of
That's
being a taskmaster for you lot.
We don't like it any more than you, bud.
The whole
I
point
empathise
of
with-
retirement is to not have to deal with this.
I empathise. After all, I have to travel with them.
An even more unenviable task. He stops playing his piano. So, what are we doing here?
We came to rest, recover
Yeah,
for tonight, and then we were gonna head towards the lake.
In that case, please make yourselves. You may avail yourselves of the facilities. Upstairs, there are 7 bed chambers, each with an adjoining washroom, an ensuite, if you will.
Is there any
Do
place
make
where I
use
can,
of them.
is there any place where I can go talk to the locals of the area?
Are you resting or are you going out?
Yeah, I'll probably wake up in about a few hours. Prefer me the dark over the sun.
It would probably be good for us to head out at dark anyway, since most things seem to happen at night.
Hmm.
Indeed. By the way, uh, how secure is this building? As we have suspicions that Drow may be following us.
This building has warding of the highest order laid down by L.E.O wizards.
I mean, are they good?
That should speak for itself.
Have
Basically,
you seen us?
who wants to roll an Arcana?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
good. Simon is our head mage.
+7. Yes. Oh, got an 8. +7.
Dorian can actually feel the wardings emanating from here, and what he's realized is the only reason that you are even perceptually aware of this building is because you have a L.E.O amulet.
Ooh. Never knew the amulets were charmed. That's cool.
Yeah, well, you'd never bothered to investigate the amulet, did you?
Nope. We're given it, and I just put it in my pocket. After trying to bite it once.
But yes, basically, unless you are an archmage, you wouldn't even have a sense that this place even exists. It's basically like the perception filter on the Drow hideout dialed up to 11. And beyond that, there's also there appears to be some kind of shield warding, so it's probably not even possible for things to physically penetrate into this area unless they are desired.
And is there any place we can get food, drinks, snacks, sweets?
There are
No more for you. Go
like,
back to bed.
the kitchens will of course be open to you, but I expect that there will be no mess.
Can we bring stuff up to our bedroom?
He's like, Matilda would be able to see to any of your needs.
Is she a witch?
No, she's the cook.
Oh.
Can she move stuff with her mind because she's a really big intellectual and could read at the age of 7?
No, she is a cook.
I never cease to be amazed at what comes out of your mouth.
I read a book called Matilda, okay? It's one of those books which I read. It was a beautiful little storybook.
So we know that one of the 20 books he's read is a book about the war.
History
And
of some
another
kind.
is Matilda.
I am slowly adding these to my notes of what books I've read. I'm going to slowly run out.
There's also a combat training room in the basement, as well as any variety of spell supplies you might require.
Ooh.
Although I will warn you that anything you do avail yourself of may be deducted from your stipend.
Yeah, still get paid.
It's quite alright.
So, what do we want to do?
We're gonna chill.
Yeah. Bedtime.
Short or long?
Rest.
I'm gonna ask for some sweets when everyone else has gone off to bed.
Oh, by the way, Black Guitar, you mentioned that you were likely to go out later.
Yeah, why? What's up?
With Drow following us, it's not a good idea to go alone. I'll go with you.
It's okay, I can take the key here if you want. You can stay and sleep. I don't mind about the night.
Orpheus actually doesn't. Orpheus actually only needs 4 hours to have a long rest because he has elven trance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll
The
just.
rest of us aren't an elf.
But the rest of you, if you want to have a long rest, you have to rest for 8 hours. Is
I
it,
definitely would
what
take
time
that
is it
8
now, then?
hours.
or is it 6
mean,
hours?
It's 8.
it's still like mid-afternoon at the latest right now, right?
Yeah, I could do-
It's about 3 in the afternoon. If you go about your long rest, you'll have about you'll be able to go out about midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll go to sleep then.
Because I need to get my spells back, or else I'm useless basically in the field.
Pretty
Simon,
much.
your whole character is useless. That's the point of him.
You say that he did more damage than you last encounter.
Yeah, but
I did
that's
a
not
lot of
getting
damage.
used to it. I was
That's
just like,
not a
okay.
hard feat to accomplish, let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm a boss.
All right,
And I am the local nerd as well.
so you guys have a long rest. Orifir sleeps for he goes into trance for about 4 hours, and he continues to have a little bit of a read. Let's see if he learns anything.
Were we allowed to take those books with us?
There's also books here in L.E.O.
Yeah, I would have presumed there would be books here.
There's a library in the safe house.
Well, this place really is fully featured.
He's well, it's mostly stuff about L.E.O. and missions and things like that, and a little bit of history. No, not that. Unfortunately, investigation is not Orpheus' strong suit. So we'll see what he learns.
Oh, okay, that's good.
He learns fuck all.
That's per.
The thing bards are best for is inspire. This is true. And making
He's-
coin by entertaining.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is very true.
While
When he
you
done that.
guys are having your long rest, I'm going to go pee.
Okay.
Wait, does he mean his character or does he mean in real
No,
life?
not my
Why not
character, Tom.
Oh, that is very saddening.
You know, when you in D&D, no one uses the bathroom ever.
Until it's a plot point.
Until it's a plot point.
Exactly. We've got plot-powered bowels and bladders.
That makes sense.
Alright. So we're going off to the lake. I don't know what. I think I should get.
And when Black Guitar goes out, Tuzak is going to insist that he goes with you because he doesn't want you to get into horrible trouble.
If we're all leaving at midnight,
Where's the fun in that?
I'm going to take the one which lets me do detect thoughts, certain truth, suggestion. And I also have got Bane, Bless, Sanctuary again. And Mage Armor. I think that's very helpful. Mage Armor is very helpful for you.
Me, yeah.
Yes.
Especially when you cast it on me, and I'm like, yeah, boy.
I cast it on you and just cast Sanctuary on myself and just be over with it, basically. Or Shield of Faith. What does that do? Oh,
I'm
plus
sorry,
30.
Simon. I'm not religious.
Yeah, no.
Shield of Faith.
I'm just reading what spells I can do with my hand. Now you've got it.
Oop. Right. So. It's now midnight.
Yep.
Off to the woods then.
Off to the woods.
After I prepare my spells.
Into the woods.
I'm gonna try and keep an eye out.
Are we bringing the table with us, or are we leaving it at the mansion?
We are
It's
not bringing
the
the
mansion.
table.
Staying in the mansion.
If we bring the table, we can throw it at someone.
Oh my god.
We could just throw any of these empty barrels at anyone.
All right, so we're gonna take the cart into the woods this time, like sensible people, instead of running off like madmen.
Yes, like I suggested. And
That
was
wasn't my
vetoed
idea.
down.
Do you all have rations in case we need them?
Yeah, sure. I think so.
No, I've got sweets.
I mean, I have rations. I have a engineering pack.
I
Yes.
have a water skin. I should be fine with that. And a shovel, so I can dig people up.
All right.
Priorities.
So
Obviously.
Leopard and the table are going to go away because you've left them behind at the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way through the streets. Roll me fuck, what's the thing? Not insight. Perception.
Perception.
You got there in the end. So I mean, you are no. That's investigation. Mind.
I'm still good at perception.
I have prepared speak.
I have 4.
I have prepared a spell to speak with animals if needs be.
That's good.
Egg
I
salad.
was thinking of taking that one, but I think I'm going to stick with my zone of truth because that might
Zach,
be.
are you gonna give me that perception or?
Yes, I'm just trying to find it on my bloody sheet. Oh, there it is.
I'm very unperceptive as fucking usual.
I'm pretty reasonable.
Yeah, Orpheer and Dorian do spot what they do spot a lone figure
The reason for me is because I'm keeping my eyes on.
leaping along the roof, and you guys can kind of see them jump over the city wall as you're approaching the gate.
No, I don't want to do anything. Okay. I do point it out. Hey, guys, our tail's back.
No. Oh, choice.
They, based off of the direction they're heading, it seems like they're heading into the woods.
Should we follow them?
I mean, we're going, so yeah.
Go ahead.
We're going towards the lake. I mean, it's you who's who's doing the cart.
We would
Aye,
probably
aye.
we will likely be following them into an ambush, so be prepared.
Oh, you know me. Not at all.
Right. So you make your way, high speed with the old cart.
Yeah.
Tom, can you give us a roll for driving? What would that be?
I have no clue.
Can you roll the cart?
Can I roll the cart? How the
Is-
fuck do I do that?
You should have a land vehicle as a proficiency.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Where is it? Land vehicles. Right. Picked it. What attribute?
I guess animal handling. Horses.
Attribute as in strength, dex, con.
Dexterity, probably?
Probably dexterity then.
Okay. Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Damn, son.
Though animal handling is considered wisdom. But yeah. Dexterity.
It's
It's fine. It's
one
too
of those
late. We've
things.
already rolled it. We've already rolled it.
It's
It's too
already
late.
been rolled. It's
Yeah.
too late. So, as you're moving through the forest at a fast pace, the cart kind of rocks to and fro, but Tom is able to wrestle with it and keep everything in order, and he manages to just spot a
Ragnar,
rock.
not Tom.
Ragnar, whatever. He manages to spot a rock and dodge it just in time because it would have broken the cartwheel. And you go deep into the forest, but you manage to lose track of the figure.
Does anyone have a compass?
Don't look at
You
me.
don't.
I
You
don't.
don't have a compass.
No.
No. Don't have a compass. And we're in the forest, so it's really hard to see the stars.
Well,
Just keep going forward, I guess.
fortunately, Orifir is a man of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Let me, I guess, in insight.
Yeah. There's a main character going.
Yeah, take that main character. From
Yeah, there we go.
Orifir has a good sense about where to go to get to the lake.
I mean, I'm way better at insight, but what about that?
Based off the geography that he's experienced and what he's seen in maps and things.
And it's also the case that he is a tracker. He is an archer, so
Oh yeah, his favorite terrain is forests. So
yeah. He is a tracker, that dude.
technically, he could have had advantage on that, but clearly he didn't need it.
But if you stand you down, you can see the stars. I don't have any spells
But
powerful
also,
enough
Orifir, now having an understanding of what's been going on, he reaches into his bag and he pulls out a bag full of herbs and things, and he begins to make a roll of herbs. And
Oh, okay, then here we go. It's gonna be a great night.
it's not what you think.
Oh.
You see him kind of produce a small amount of fire from his fingertips because of his,
because he's the main character.
because his his infernal ancestry, basically. You see kind of green flame leap from his fingertips, and he likes it, and he begins to waft it around the cart.
Good and all, but we're still moving, so
Basically, what he explains is this should help the fairies understand that we don't mean them any harm.
right. Would it still function if we're still moving, though?
Yeah,
Because, wind blows, pushes away that way.
well,
Okay.
that's kind of the point.
I thought you were marking the cart. No. It's fine.
It's more like a signal.
Right.
You have to understand. It's kind of like it's fairy magic. It doesn't quite make sense.
That's true.
Don't think about it logically. That's one thing you cannot do with fairies. Fairies obey an entirely different logic.
That's what my
that
master
is-
told me once.
And that is the reason I dislike them.
You're a druid.
Yes, but that does not mean that I enjoy the company of Fae all that much.
It means that you're supposed to work with them for the good of nature.
Yes, I'm fully capable of doing that, and I shall when it's needed. That doesn't mean I need to like them.
In fact, Orfear's a little surprised you haven't been doing this. But whatever.
Carrying on.
It doesn't happen immediately, but the dense kind of blackness that normally surrounds you in the forest slowly begins to kind of dissipate. You can hear some sort of giggling in the forest.
I guess I accepted your marker.
It would appear so.
Let's hope we all die in flames.
Carrying on.
What D&D logic does make sense. Yes, basically.
Carrying on.
So you finally approach the lake. And as you approach there, the clouds kind of move away, and it's actually a full moon tonight.
What a coincidence.
And you can see the light of the moon is kind of shimmering on the lake.
Ah, isn't darkness just beautiful?
Oh yeah, you can finally take off those ridiculous goggles. That I totally didn't forget about all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, you've made it to the lake.
What do we see? It's a lake. Do we see any remnants of this town that we've read of?
I don't know.
Anything at all?
Who wants to give us a perception?
I'm looking for that world pillar.
Let's go with the secondary main character, which is
No, I mean everyone roll me perception.
Oh, okay.
Nope,
That
not
makes
main
sense.
character.
Nope.
Damn it.
Jesus Christ.
No one's the main character this time. Great.
RNG Jesus is a fickle mistress.
Mm-hmm.
Off in off in the center of the lake, you can see there's kind of a smaller there's actually a small island in the lake. And you can see what might be a tower of some description.
Tower.
Yes,
Right.
sadly, everyone was so horrible at their role, I can't tell you any more than that.
You're lovely.
Right. So we're at the lake
It is
now.
dark.
It is dark, I get you that. And
Yeah,
the
that's
tower
it. It's dark. You thought you saw a tower, but then a big cloud moved over the moon, and now there's no light.
It's just really inconvenient. I guess we have to somehow make our way towards the center of the lake, to this little island in the center of the lake, which we have no notes on because we didn't know it existed.
Well, who was it who was responsible for learning about the location of stuff? Oh, right, it was you, and you didn't roll great on your Valara history roll.
I thought it would have come out in folk tale, because folk tale about it.
What do you mean? The humans basically have never seen this lake. What would they know to write about it?
Well, they seem to know a lot about the area.
Most of it's whispers and rumors.
We should probably search around the outskirts of this lake. There may be others here who would know more about the area, as all we have to go on is folklore.
That's for certain. Let's, I guess we should wheel the cart around the lake just to see.
Sure.
Not too close to the lake. We don't want to get stuck in sand.
Yes, getting stuck in sand would probably be a bad idea.
Quite annoying, I give you that.
Well, what do you think? We want to risk a swim, or are we going to try and find a boat, or...
Hence, I suggest we circle kind of slightly around the lake.
We
See,
may
we'll-
find another way across.
We may.
What
If we
the
can't
fuck
find
was that
anything-
noise?
What was that?
Hmm?
What the fuck was that noise? I'm seriously, what the hell?
Why
What
is
is
it so
that?
loud?
All
Is
of a
this
sudden,
what our character?
This is for the lake.
Oh, was
No.
All of a sudden, you hear a sound kind of echoing across the lake. There was that sound that played very abruptly.
Oh, joyous. Was what is it?
You might want to adjust your volume to about 28.
I've already gone down to like 1%. But anyway, is it possible to get a sense from that noise whether it was an aggressive noise, like?
It doesn't sound particularly friendly, I'm gonna be honest.
Yes, but we're dealing with
It
the
could
wilds,
possibly,
with-
well, give me an insight.
Yeah, like we're dealing with things where it may not be intuitive that about what it actually means.
You have a you have a reasonably good idea that it is not an animal.
This is not weird at all.
Make our way around. Start walking and going around the lake. I want to see if it's coming from the other side or from the center.
Aye.
Roll. You want to see if you can get an idea of the direction of it.
Yeah, because I know it's coming from the lake, but is it coming from the center of the lake or is it coming from the other side of the lake? Hence why I suggest we start moving so we can see if the sound moves more or less.
Clever idea. I like it. As you begin to move along the lake, it does seem to be coming from that central island.
Right. We should go there.
Seems to be the right course of action. Anyone up for a bit of a swim? Anyone
You
make
see,
a boat?
I've never swum before.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, he is a fire boy.
Oh,
Not just that, it's also a case of I've never lived next to a large body of water to be able to learn.
Anyone suggest anything? Can anyone see a boat?
If I may suggest anything, if we're not going to continue looking around for anyone to speak
Hi,
to.
Sophie. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, sorry, I thought someone was actually like at the lake and trying to talk to us. But anyway,
No.
I mean, you expect a Fae to introduce themselves like that, but anyway. Anyway, yes. Where was I? Oh yes, if we're not going to seek out someone to speak to for assistance, then I would strongly suggest that you take care to check your equipment and belongings. Things don't like getting wet sometimes.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't need to worry about that, of course. My belongings become part of me when I transform myself.
Well, the lake's frozen.
That's not what I wanted at all.
Well, luckily my deck of cards is waterproof.
That is a handy thing.
My loot's fine.
Proof, really.
You need
Crazy.
a better music bot.
Yes, I do.
I need a better what?
Music bots.
Oh, that makes sense. The loot will be fine.
After we're done, I'll link you the one I use that's a hell of a lot better than this thing.
Yes,
I shall
I have
leave.
asked you to do that before, but you.
Oh, have you? Oh,
Yes.
I missed that, sorry.
I shall leave in the cart my book of law, bottle of ink, my pen, and all the parchment which I have.
I
Oh, and the
will.
beer sweets. That needs to stay here. It should not get wet.
I will
that's
leave.
Probably a good idea.
My shovel, iron pot, my bedroll, my candles, and basically that's it.
Orpheus would just kind of. There we go. Orpheus will take his dungeoneering pack with him. His bow. He'll keep his quiver, of course. Other than that, he doesn't. And a small ingredients pouch, which is waterproof, so it's fine.
So, how to swim, or will we finding boat?
That's up to all of you. In the end,
Well, I guess that's probably what a perception. See if you can see anything that might boat.
Who? All of us.
I perceive really well. I am glad I'm not doing it at disadvantage.
Yeah, it's probably good you're not doing it at a disadvantage.
what are the chances that we spot a boat of all things just sitting by the lake?
Well, you do spot a boat. Only
Wait, what?
small problem. You've spotted it, Dozak. It
Main
is.
character.
Of course there's a boat. Of course there's... Right off, right.
Hold on, I've not finished. You do spot several small boats. In fact, the thing of it is, though, they're all about 10,000 years old and about as watertight as an old pair of boots. So
So very watertight then.
I may have a way of mending those actually.
Do you have the spell mending?
No, but
Ah.
I have something I can improvise with, possibly.
Um,
Ugh.
can I touch the water to see if we can walk on it? Fucking shot in the dark.
Brandon,
Huh? Sorry, what was that
I
question?
do. Which one of us?
Touch the water to see if you can walk on it.
Yeah.
Touchstone.
Can we walk on this water?
Oh, you want to see if the water isn't water?
Yeah.
That's what Tom wants to see.
I mean, if you want to throw a stone in it, I guess you could.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a stone at it.
Great. You throw a stone in, and it immediately plummets into the water with a splash.
Damn it.
Oh, you don't know how to skim stones.
Ah, shut up.
All right. What was your question, Rum?
I have the spell Entangle prepared, and I was wondering, could I use that to basically get
Can you bring the spell
You
up
know,
for me?
plant? You mean like
If you click it, it should bring
alright.
up the detail information about it.
yeah, like
There you
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
From
Can
the
I use
ground.
that
20
to?
foot square.
Can I use that to? Can I use that on one of these boats to make it watertight? Basically, by wrapping it tightly with vines and weeds and other plant life.
It seems to indicate that these things are attached to the ground.
And lasts for up to a minute.
You have to row really fast.
First have
actually,
to
you're right.
snap the roots and then quickly roll across.
Actually, you're right. It is only up to a minute. That is a problem.
That's
probably won't work out.
that might be a bit of an issue.
I'm
Guys,
sorry.
don't we
Yeah,
have a
hold on.
video? Guys, don't we have a call in like 4 minutes?
We said when the D&D ends, basically.
Oh. Yeah.
We suggested 10 o'clock, but
It's one of those things where it's not like Eternal and Haku are going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
they
that's true.
they both were talking to me last night, fucking 1 a.m. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep now.
I guess we're hoofing her across the water then.
Oh. So what are we gonna do? No one has mending.
No?
No.
Because mending doesn't do big boats. Mending is for like tiny things.
Forgive me if I didn't think that we would find anything to mend out here.
Yeah, I don't have mending in any of my
What are you
spells.
I don't really want to piss off the spirits.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
so
Hold on, I'm just having a look.
Orifere suggests that maybe.
Hold on.
Sorry. What?
If I cast Unseen Spirit, it can do mending.
You can repair.
I need you to bring it. Don't just tell me the thing. Bring it up so I can actually read it.
Alright.
Thank you.
Simple tasks.
Not exactly difficult.
That a human servant could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, fine. If you can keep it up for about 3 days, it could probably build you a new boat.
I don't want a new boat. I want him to mend that boat.
No, because the key part here is it can perform simple tasks that a human servant could do.
Yeah, when we say mending, we mean like
The spell mending.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, we
Plus, mending itself is small, very small scale. That's what I've been taught.
Okay then, never mind.
So you can't repair. You would have to spend a few hours with a boat if you're trying to use mending on it.
That's true.
The
Yeah.
spell.
may be preferable to swimming, but we don't have the option.
None of us have the option.
So, anyway, Orifere suggests that maybe Dorian could hold on to him and he could swim across without having him drown.
I will do just that.
What about you? What about you, Ragnar? Are you capable of swimming?
Oh fuck,
Yeah, I
that's
might be a
right.
dwarf, but yeah, I should be fine.
If needs be, I'll drag you across.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Right. So I guess then you guys are getting on to onto the lake. Ragnar's
Duzak is going to use wild shape
that makes sense.
before beginning to swim, and he'll turn into brown bear. It's not got any particular skill for swimming, but
It
it
is
is
the
very
thing
strong.
that they are known to do.
Yeah, and they're very strong.
These are true facts.
Yep, and I've got a nice big jaw. I can drag a grump. I can drag a drunkard dwarf.
All right. So you enter into the water. Could everyone make for me a Constitution check?
Yep.
I drown.
No, that's not what it is.
Oh.
Probably fucking cold.
Okay. So everyone is swimming through the water. They're kind of okay. Ragnar, however, swears something touched him.
Yes, probably a fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Don't be a baby.
Suddenly, Ragnar gets pulled down into the water.
Do you want to go get that? Our fish friend?
Like, you don't know, Dozak doesn't understand how or why, but it's like Ragnar got yanked out from beneath him.
Can I cast Thunder Wave?
Does that have a verbal component?
Let me have a look.
Pretty sure it
Pretty
does.
certain it does.
Does it? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Let's have a look.
That will just take the rest of his breath, basically.
Yeah, I'm ready to
You
dab.
would do that and you would start drowning, essentially.
Also,
I'll
we're
just
right
paste.
fucking next to you.
Well, he's been
Yeah.
dragged underneath. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's V and S.
Mm,
It's got verbal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I'm gonna go with no.
Damn it.
Make a con save for me.
Oh, brilliant. What is my save? Hold on. Oh. Con. I can't make you die.
Roll a d4.
No problem.
Okay, so you sputter and grasp for breath, but Dozak is just about able to get back hold of you. You drowned a little bit and you lost 2 hit points, but you're a little shaken, but you're still there mostly.
It's just a little bit of drowning.
I just want to die.
It's a light drowning.
You know, those fabled light drownings that we always hear about.
Yeah.
And you finally make it onto the shore of the island. And now that you're on the shore of the island, you can start to make out the shapes of what may have been structures of some kind, but it's since fallen into ruin in the 10,000 years since the last time anyone set foot here.
So this is the sea elf area. I cast Produce Flame and start using the heat to start drying everyone off.
Dozak just shakes and throws water everywhere.
Other than Dozak, because he's a freaking animal. Doesn't give a shit.
He'll give you a grumpy huff though.
So that was fun.
Yeah. What a fun little adventure that was.
We made it. We made it.
You've made it. You've made it to
An island.
the ancient aquatic elf village.
Should I keep on going? Because by the looks of it, the meeting's been pushed back an hour.
Oh well, we may as well keep going then. You can work out that the thing you thought may have been a tower was probably part of like the kind of town hall sort of place.
Interesting.
I'm gonna put my nose to the ground and start trying to smell for any signs that drow have been here.
Sorry if I've farted.
Roll me a. What is that fall under? That falls under perception, doesn't it?
Yes, and I have as a bear, I have the keen smell
So you get advantage.
ability. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give us your roll.
Whoa. He needed that advantage. Jesus Christ.
I guess he did.
You try to get a sense of whether there's been a drow here or not, but you get a big whiff of Druger fart, and you think possibly there may have been drow here at some point, probably in the last month.
I'm gonna start just looking around for actual, evidence of stuff that's been moved, anything that's less dusty than it should be, that kind of jazz. Anything that looks like it's not overgrown.
Sounds good.
That should be.
Duzak is going to nudge. He's going to nudge whoever's closest. It doesn't really matter who, and he's just going to use a claw and just kind of scratch drow into the dirt.
All right.
And then tap his nose with that claw.
Sorry. Hello.
Interesting.
Okay, so drow have probably been here then.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Excellent.
You know,
Well, if
Do my
they're here, maybe I
investigation?
can speak to them.
All right. Let's all give us an investigation.
Oh, brilliant.
will my sense of smell give me advantage on that or no?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Jesus Christ.
we don't ask. We don't ask these questions, Simon. Even Brandon crit.
No, I rolled a 2.
As did I.
Wow.
I'm -1.
Yeah,
As,
that was like a roll the highest, but
All right, so you're looking around the ruins, and it's pretty fucking creepy. Not gonna lie. Old abandoned buildings. The kind of eerie sounds that are still kind of there. You have the sense that there's something watching you.
I got a feeling somebody's watching me. Ain't got no privacy. Oh.
Dorian finds a black dagger
Ooh.
that's probably drow. And Dozak.
Meh. Ooh, sorry.
Dozak finds a shredded cloak.
May I have a look at this dagger?
I shall pass off the dagger
Dozak.
to. Yeah, here you go.
Can I look at the dagger?
Sure. Give me an insight.
And since it's
With
drow,
advantage.
yeah. What do you want me to roll?
Insight.
Boop. No, I'm fucking awful.
Orange is going, nope.
You know,
Yeah.
you know it's probably a drow dagger.
Yeah, I might have seen something like this before.
Is there anything else you know about it?
No. We didn't really spend much time with the very
Because I'm
antisocial.
feeling generous, you can make out what appears to be spider web design.
Oh, this is definitely Drowlin. Spiders being their main source of uh, companion, I guess.
Well, no, it's more that they worship a spider demon goddess.
That makes sense. We've updated our hotkeys. Placing rule waypoint is now done by press Q or king. What?
What?
Oh yeah,
I've just
that's Google Docs telling you to use keyboard shortcuts, scrub, because
Right.
right clicking isn't fucking valid apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Motherfucking hipsters.
Desek, what do you recognize the shredded cloak you found? You believe it does indeed belong to one of the drow you saw in the hideout. Of course,
And
when
it
you
smelled-
saw it, it was in slightly better condition.
Right.
Does it look like it belonged to a particular one of them?
Not really. They all kind of wore fairly similar stuff.
Fair enough. Did the priestess wear something different?
Yes, hers was a little bit finer and had an embossed border.
Alright, so this one's definitely not hers then, I take it.
No, but you also find what appears to be blood on there.
Well,
Uh, it looks like it was probably cut with some sort of claw of some type, but it doesn't quite seem like any animal claw you're familiar with.
well, he knows a particular ranger, so he's going to go over and drag him over to take a look.
Or Fear doesn't have any more insight than you do, only that it appears to be. It looks like some kind of claw, but not of any distinct nature.
Can we see any blood on the floor?
Yes, he mentioned blood.
Yeah, there was blood on the cloak.
On the cloak.
Yeah,
Not on
there's
the
blood on the
floor.
cloak. So is there any
Not on the ground around.
leading somewhere?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go just peek around some of the buildings, see if any of the doors have been opened before.
Oh,
You know.
there aren't any doors left standing.
Oh.
I mean, it's a 10,000-year-old ruin.
They're elves. Elves are weird. They might have done something to their door. They know how to do wood. I don't know.
Like I said, this is a ruin village.
Okay. Can we poke through the holes of the room?
Yeah, I want to poke in just to see. Should they try to set up any camp here? Did they do anything inside? We know there's drow here. We got that for certain, but I'm just looking to see if they've
Fine.
set anything up
one
anywhere.
last perception, Dorian.
Perception. Jesus Christ.
My God. Oh, Jesus. Not happy today.
Just about notice what appears to be in one of the old buildings. It looks like something that goes down into some sort of cellar or something.
I'm gonna try and coax our bear friends to come with me, because I'm not about to go down the cellar alone. Dozak?
The Dozak bear gives a very exaggerated eye roll as he takes the lead
Thank you.
and looks and goes and checks out this cellar.
Yep.
Is the smell of drow stronger in this area?
It is.
Oh.
All right then.
What you find is what appears to be some sort of old storage cellar. Most of it's molded or rotted or rusted away. But there's still a handful of things, some spears, More like tridents, really.
Any signs of recent habitation or?
No, it doesn't look like. It looks like anyone who's been here just kind of rummaged through stuff, possibly.
Fascinating.
And you do come across what appears to be a scabbard that looks to be about the right size for the dagger you found.
I'll put the dagger into the scabbard.
It's a perfect fit.
Ooh. Well, at least one of the drow got absolutely murdered here. At least. Strange we haven't seen the body, though.
Yes, that is strange, isn't it?
Shall we wander around the town a bit more? I mean, go towards the source of this wailing?
Sure.
May as well. It seems
Yeah,
that none of us can investigate. I mean, what?
Yeah, you guys are terrible at investigating, apparently.
Exactly.
No, RNGesus just isn't like us.
Really?
That's why I'm saying apparently.
Apparently.
You're just not feeling the whole investigation thing tonight.
It's really annoying because that +4 and +5 is really pushing it up, and I'm just getting really shit rolls.
It turns out that when something is wailing in the distance, it kind of ruins your concentration.
Yeah. Well, nearby now, since we're on the same island, is it?
Oh yeah, that's true. But oddly, once you got here, the wailing kind of stopped.
It
Oh.
stops.
It stopped. Well, that
Sorry.
makes it a bit more difficult to find where it is.
Yeah, I got distracted
think
by the
that-
fact that Ragnar almost drowned himself.
I think that's worse.
Yes.
Maybe he
Agreed.
doesn't want to be found.
We should stay together. No, we should do the horror story trope and just split up, or take a separate street. If you
Okay,
disappear, God no, I'm staying with you guys. I'm not that dumb.
What did I want people to do?
We're wandering the streets, I guess.
You're wandering the streets. I'd like for you to give me one more perception check and see if RNGesus is feeling any better.
He's
You
gonna
know
be like,
what?
nah.
Can I get advantage on
yeah.
that? Since being a brown bear gives me a climb speed, can I scale the scale of buildings so I can get a higher vantage point?
That seems reasonable.
I was gonna say, can I just roll a real dice with this, but whatever. Nope.
Oh wow! So
Nice.
okay,
Main character.
fuck you.
As Dozak is climbing up the building, one of the walls kind of gives way, and a person someone kind of gets startled by this, and you hear a kind of yelp, and
Oh god.
a hooded figure kind of leaps from the building.
Jump at them. I'm gonna
Can I
grab them.
call out?
Produce
Can I
flame.
call out in Undercommon?
I'm doing produce flame, but not throwing it. Just hold it.
Am I close enough to go for a grab?
Unfortunately not. What they've done is they've gone out the other side of the building from where you were. But as it happens, Orpheus manages to catch sight of them. And
yeah.
with what could only be described as amazing grace and agility, they leap from the tower into the tree and into the lake and begin making their way across it.
What?
Shit, I don't have whole person. Do I?
So, do I want to do this? Because it's kind of evil. What am I saying? Of course I want to do the evil thing. Duzak is going to turn back into himself, and he's going to cast a spell.
All right.
He's going to cast Entangle and try to grab them with any and all plant life in the area. It's a bit of an assumption, of course. I'm
They
not
must make
entirely
a
certain if they.
strength save.
I like to imagine that they dive into the water and just, like, almost like bits of freshwater seaweed, just like reaches up and grabs them.
That does sound hilarious.
Hilarious and completely evil. I approve.
Indeed. So they need to make a strength save.
My spell save DC is 12. Don't know if this will catch them by surprise or not, but that's up to you.
Well, that's just the roll, but then they also get the they get a +2.
So it doesn't work. I scare the fuck out of them, hopefully, at least.
Yeah, they narrowly you cast your spell, and as they've just entered into the water, and the plants kind of spring up and try and grab them, but they're just adept enough to be able to get away from it and swim off.
How far away are they?
Yeah, how far?
At this point, they're about 300 feet away from you.
Shit.
Okay.
Holy crap, they're fast.
They just went from top of the building to 300 feet away.
You've given chase through the village toward the water's edge. You've kind of followed them through the water, and you can see where they're headed is almost it looks like they're heading toward the mountain in the direction they're going. But they appear to be swimming faster than any of you think you can manage.
I believe that.
And on that cliffhanger, I guess we're going to call this session.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might, depending on how short this call is, we may come back and, I don't know, like maybe play some Barotrauma or something.
I might. We'll play some what?
Maybe play some Barotrauma.
You need to
Yeah,
sleep.
it got dated.
Oh yeah, he can play a
out.
few rounds of Barotrauma. I'm just kind of interested by it. But
Yeah.
thank you everyone for turning up. Really appreciate it. We will see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Later.
Righty ho.
Alright.
Okay. Thank you for coming along as usual.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, rummy boy.
You're welcome. It's always fun.